Good evening, and welcome to tonight's edition of Greatdictator Reviews. Tonight is a story about a man that changed history by saving another man's life. This joke doesn't make much sense since this is a review, but I wanted to do it anyways. Now let's get on with this review. Singularity is a different kind of time mechanics-based FPS game. Instead of changing time completely around you, you can age and renew, as in make it young, various objects and enemies in the game. But let's see the rest, shall we? Singularity starts off as a simple investigation mission, but quickly turns into a hell ride when a singularity hits you and the other choppers and you crash land on Katorga 12. An island that the Russians were hiding from the world since the 1950s due to the discovery of a mysterious ore known as E99. Turns out they established the island there, not just the facilities, but apparently an entire small city. Not long after you crash, you discover that something went amiss when you learn about the facilities. Sadly, you don't know what's going on soon enough, and you change history for the worse by saving the main bad guy, and the entire world falls under the rule of the motherland. When he finds out that you're on the island, the main bad guy, Demichev, tries to get you. But a resistance group called Mir 12, which I believe consists in that timeline out of only two people, Katerin, the game's main female character, and Dr. Blazinski, I think that's his name anyways, the inventor of the TMD, your main weapon of choice in this game. A good amount of the story that went on the island is revealed through notes, audio recordings, and time war flashbacks, which let you see what happened at certain points on the island.
The sewers will take us to the train yard. From there we can take an engine to the cross and escape. No, it's suicide.
There are also scribbles on the walls that can be aged to reveal what they are saying. The gameplay is really solid and really fun. The first hour or so, the gameplay seems rather basic, with you only having a certain amount of rather standard guns. Later on, the game gives you access to better, bigger, and more fun abilities and guns, once you get the game's main attraction, the TMD. This device is like a mixture of other games' abilities or weapons, such as the gravitation, which gives you the ability to lift and drag objects towards you, just like the gravity gun from Half-Life. Later on, you can shoot orbs that slow down time within certain areas, one of my personal favorites. The game has a good mixture of human and monster enemies, ranging from riot shield soldiers to teleporting monsters that want to chew your face off. The game also has upgradables. Every gun has the same upgrades, but there are free upgrades for each gun. Faster reload, bigger clips, and more damage. The game also lets you upgrade your own abilities, such as better health or abilities you can equip once you bought them. Most abilities, before you can buy them, you have to find them though. There are various machines at which you can upgrade your guns and abilities throughout the island. You can also buy ammo at the gun machines. The power of aging is one of the most used ones, as far as abilities go. When fighting ticks, the game's obligatory annoying bug enemy, you can age one, which makes him swell up and make all other ticks attack him, and vice versa. Why? I don't know. You can also turn normal human enemies into reavers. One reaver is usually enough to clear out an entire room full of normal human enemies. But it also makes an enemy of you if he hears you. Aging on enemies takes a good chunk off of your TMD ability bar. The TMD recharges slowly but fast enough between the times that you need to use it. Aging objects works to your advantage as well. There are some rather interesting, although later simple puzzles. Aging objects like destructible cover can make the cover disappear for your enemies but reappear for you when you make it young again. The ability to lift things comes in handy against enemies in the form of taking a rock and then throwing it, taking a guy's shield away, or the ever-present classic throwing an explosive barrel at them. There are also disposable weapons that are usually meant for specific sections of the game, such as the bazooka or the Seeker. The Seeker is one of the game's unique weapons, where when you shoot it, you can actually steer it. And to be honest, the Seeker is after the autocannon the game's best and most fun gun. The game's graphics are for the most part good. At times there are some weird texture pop-ins or textures that won't pop in at all, making them look rather ugly. The game's art direction is great though, making good use of green and orange colors with the plant life looking really alien-like. Most of the monsters look pretty cool and disgusting, which is to be expected from horribly mutated monsters from an unknown element. Singularity is an interesting take on a time-bending concept. Instead of changing the world around you like in Time Shift, you can change the age of objects and enemies around you. With a rather interesting story to tell and a lot of fun guns and abilities to kill bad guys with, Singularity makes for one fun ride. Until next time.